Okay. So standing with our tennis ball. Well, actually, let's put it on the ground, whether you're on a mat or not, on the ground, and put one foot on top of your ball. And just start to press into the ball and roll it around. So we'll bring it down to our heel and then roll along the inside edge of your foot up to the big toe joint and back down. Just kind of putting some pressure into that ball. And then taking it after a couple times, taking it to the second toe, going up and down from the heel to the second toe and back. Massaging all of the parts of our foot and then moving it down to the next toe, the third toe, up and down. Right, Jake? I don't know what his deal is. And then taking it to the fourth toe. So a few times, yeah, you can use your roller to help you balance, to stand your roller up if you want to do that, if it's tricky to balance, right? And so we're taking it all the way down to the pinky toe, going up and down the foot, putting a little pressure. There might be a place that feels like it needs it more, and you can focus there if you want. You can also just move it around however you like. And then we'll put the ball underneath the upper middle part of the foot, like right under the ball of the foot. Put your heel down, your legs straight, curl your toes over the ball and just kind of press into the ball. Just give it a little pressure. And then lift up and switch to the other foot. Actually, I think I can do it if I use my roller. Okay, on this foot. Same thing. So taking the ball, taking it down to the heel and up the inner edge, arch of the foot to the big toe joint and back. Putting some pressure. And I forgot to mention, you might have a racket ball or something harder than a tennis ball for this, right? And then taking it to the next toe joint, that second toe, back, and breathe. So we want to be breathing here as we move the ball. Press into it. I've had quite a morning, so I'm kind of just bringing myself into this present moment of now. Okay, and then we'll keep moving up and down the foot and pressing into the ball till we get to that last toe, that pinky toe. You might like a little pressure anywhere particular that you want to focus on. You know, you can just add a little extra there. And then we'll put the ball under the upper part of the middle foot, right? So you can put your heel down with your legs straight, curl the toes around the ball, pressing into it, getting a little pressure into that place, a little stretch for our toes. Good, and release. And pick up your ball. And we're going to stand nice and tall here and juggle one hand to the other. Okay, so follow it with your eyes and see if you can get a nice, steady, even little juggle here. As we breathe, you don't have to go fast. You don't have to, it's at any pace you want, and whatever, kind of play with it. We haven't done this in a while. Okay, and then maybe see if you can practice balancing while you're doing this. Maybe just lifting your heels and lowering your heels, inhaling and exhaling. Play around with that, lifting up and down. Maybe try lifting one knee in front and juggling like that. Whoops. And the other, whatever feels doable to you. I can't lift that knee. Okay. Juggle side to side. All right. And then we'll go ahead and hold on to that ball and just do a quick little tap all around. Wake up our body all around the torso, and just quick little taps around the hips and down the legs. My cat's looking at me. What are you doing? Yeah. Wake up all nerve endings, right? It wakes up the body. All right, and then go ahead and bring yourself up, and we'll put the tennis ball off to the side. That's all we're going to do with it today, I think. No, actually, we might use it again, but just put it off to the side. And then have your roller at the top of your mat. Let's see, I'm going to put it over here, Jake. Okay, we're going to stand at the bottom of the mat, or wherever you're standing, and inhale. As we exhale, just letting our shoulders, head, arms relax, bring us down to hanging. Bend and straighten the knees a little bit. Let your head relax if you can. There you go. With our knees slightly bent, or however bent they need to be, we're going to stack our spine back up. So letting your arms feel nice and weighted as you stack back up. And then at the top, we're going to inhale again and exhale down. Roll down. Hang. And we'll just kind of, while we're hanging here, we'll just kind of swing our body side to side, maybe, if that feels good to you. Kind of let your arms kind of go around a little half circle. Maybe do that a few times, and then bend and straighten the legs. And then we'll walk our hands out into pike or down dog. Lifting the tailbone, knees a little bent to start with, and then letting the body shift around if you want to kind of stretch the heels down, shifting your weight. And maybe shifting your body weight forward and back. Whatever feels good to your body here to wake up and start to stretch, right? Stretch those heels down. And then we'll bring ourselves down to the mat, wherever you'd like to get there, but just lowering down to the mat and around to our roller behind our back. And bring it under the shoulder blade area and hands behind the head, feet on the ground. Supporting our head as we lift our hips and pull that roller out. Relax on your roller as you breathe and push it back down. Just staying in the upper half of our back, basically. Your elbows can be open or closed, whatever feels good to you. You can focus on one area of your back. You can do a little turn to one side and the other. Just massaging and breathing. So a nice way to reset the nervous system will kind of wake us up in the morning. Morning for you. And yeah, making sure that if you feel resistance, your body's not relaxing in the roller, you just want to stop and breathe, or at least slow it down. You don't want to be moving the roller if you're tensing, right? It doesn't make sense to do that. Just relax into it and let the pressure give you a massage. Okay, and then we're going to bring that roller back to kind of under our shoulder blades and lower our hips down. Center ourselves and arch back over the roller. So just letting your body relax here. You can adjust the roller, of course, up and up a little bit more if you need to. You can release your head with your hands if you want, and that's comfortable for you, and extend back. So letting our spine bend in this way. Opening of the chest. And then with our hands behind our head, make sure you clasp your hands. Inhale as we exhale, drawing our rib cage toward our pelvis to lift up. And back over the roller on our inhale. And exhale, drawing rib cage toward pelvis. So we want to focus more on the back extension, right? So really focusing more on that, going back over the roller, and then using our exhale, come up, inhale back. Might even linger there for a moment, and exhale up. We really want to get that back extension. Inhale back. Exhale up. So good for our spine. Nice deep breath. Supporting our head. Next time you come up on your exhale, go ahead and stay there. Float your left knee up and just turn to the left. So we look back over that left elbow, elbows wide, taking a breath here. Good. And then coming back around, foot goes onto the ground, float your right leg up, turn to the right, looking back over that elbow. And come to the center, lowering the foot down and arch back over the roller. Inhale here. As we exhale, we draw rib cage toward pelvis to lift up. And then you want to push that roller under your shoulder blades. It's probably not there, so push it under their shoulder blades so you can lift a little higher. Curl the tailbone under, lift one leg and the other leg into tabletop. So flexing the feet. Keep curling the tailbone under as you reach one heel away and exhale that leg back. So reaching the other heel away and exhaling the leg back. Really curl the tailbone under. Good. Inhale. And lift up a little higher. Might be making it a little bit easier if you lift up a little higher too. Exhale up. Inhale away. Exhale back. And then when you're even on both sides, put one foot down, other foot down, and arch back over the roller again. Take a breath here. And then next exhale, we're going to lift back up. Push the roller down if it needs to come down under your shoulder blades. Again, lift up, and then again, one leg comes up, other leg comes up, feet are flexed. And this time you're going to stretch to your heel, single leg stretch style, and then bend. Inhale, stretch to the heel. Exhale, bend. Stretch. Now your leg will be at an angle wherever that feels right to you, right? That angle that feels right to you in this position. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Couple more, and then when you're even on both sides, go ahead and again, foot down, arch back over the roller. We're waking up, take a breath. And then exhaling up again. We're going to push the roller down if it's not under the shoulder blades. Straighten one leg, straighten your other leg, reach for your feet, sweep the arms to reach, and roll up. Good. And then when you come up to the top, take a stretch over the legs. Lifting the up on the inhale. My roller's too close. Okay, exhale, curl under. So we're going to round back till we just feel that roller with our back. Lift the arms by the ears. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale up. Take a stretch. Good. Lift up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, back. Shoulders relaxed. And then lifting our arms. You might want a more challenge. You can keep your arms there if you want more challenge. And then come up, right? Or reach forward. So a couple more. Relaxing the shoulders. Grow tall. Exhale, back and lift. Inhale. Exhale, up. Stretch. Good. Inhale, tall. Exhale, round back. Lift the arms by the ears. Good. Inhaling and exhaling up. And take a stretch over the legs. And then lifting up, we're going to go ahead and bring the ourselves on the roller with it under our head. Lift your hair if you need to. Okay, so the roller's under the occiput, chins tucked down, arms by our side, lift the hips, and just take a little moment to massage the neck by taking the head side to side, keeping that chin really tucked down so you stretch the neck and massage it. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then coming to center and lowering our hips down, we're just going to relax our head on the roller, stretch your right leg in, stretch your left leg out, and just stretch the legs away from each other. So pulling that knee in toward your chest, toward your shoulder. And then draw the left leg up, stretching the right leg out. Good, big stretch here. Pull that knee toward the shoulder a little bit. Okay, and then draw the right leg in again. Hug that knee in, straighten to the ceiling, grab hold of your leg wherever you can. Give it a stretch. You might do a little bend and straighten. Should be able to do it with your head on the roller. It makes it easier. Slide your left foot along the ground. Draw that left leg up. Stretch your right leg down. Give this leg a stretch. And you can always bend and straighten the leg a little bit, right? Come in and out of it. Right, move your foot. All right, and then drawing that right foot in to stretch our right leg back up and stretch our left leg down. Stretch. So we'll just do a little slow bicycle stretch here. Take whatever amount of time you want, feel like you need to with each leg to give it a stretch, and then draw the other leg up and focus on stretching the legs. Because our legs are not all that stretched out yet, right? It's still early. So take as much time as you need. And then when you feel like they're pretty stretched out, right, wherever you are in that, one leg's up and one leg's down, we can bring our hands behind our head, let our hands and head rest on the roller, and take it into a nice big bicycle, right? Or as big as we can, right? Extending the legs and then bending them, doing the splits, doing the splits. Try to do the splits as much as you can. And breathe. And then we're going to reverse. So whatever leg is up, and then switch. So that leg bends, the bottom leg sweeps up, top leg stretches down. Top leg bends, stretches down, bottom leg lifts up, do the splits. The tricky part with this, I think, with the backwards bicycle is to try to get that split in there. It's harder, right? A little bit, takes a little more effort. And breathe. Really make it happen. All right. All right, then we're going to bring both legs up to the top. Hug our knees, relax our body, rock around. Oh. Okay, feet on the mat and push the roller out over your head. Maybe rest your hands on it if you like, your arms. And just let your legs sway side to side a few times. Over to one side, relax them, and then over to the other side. Letting our low back get a little twist going here. I needed a break. Okay, and then coming to center, take your roller, and we're going to bring ourselves onto our side with the roller between the legs like that, and bring your arms out in front of your chest. And just reaching our top arm, lifting it up, following it back. We're going to open our book, taking that arm all the way as far as it goes. And close your book. Oh. And again, kind of reach and open it back. And close. And again, one more time, we're going to take that arm back and then as far as it goes, and then lifting our legs up, that arm comes all the way onto the ground here. Slide your arms down. Might need to adjust your roller. Take an inhale. As we exhale, curl the tailbone, peeling up off of the mat, off of the ground into a bridge. Okay, pressing the hips up, relaxing the shoulders. Take a breath here. And then next exhale, gonna melt the spine down. Good, one more bridge, inhaling, exhale, peel off the mat. Pressing the hips up as we inhale, melting the spine down. And then when your hips come down, we're going to roll onto your other side. Arms in front of our chest. And then reaching that top arm, we're going to open our book, following it back, however far it goes, and close. Hanging on to your roller. That should help hold our lower half of our body steady, right? So you're kind of holding onto that roller with your legs to hold your legs nice and still. Good. And the third time we open, we're going to let that arm continue all the way down as we lift our legs up, back to center. Slide the arms down, inhale, exhale, gently squeeze and peel off the mat. Pressing the hips up as we inhale and exhaling down. Great, relax the pelvis, my roll. Inhale, exhale, peel off of the ground again, up into a bridge. And this time on our bridge, we'll stay up for a few breaths, just just pressing those hips up as we give that roller a little squeeze, right? Yeah. Try to press the hips up a little more as we gently squeeze. So we get into the pelvic floor and we stretch our hip flexors out, right? A little bit. Shoulders relaxed. Right. And then next exhale, melting the spine down, one bone at a time. There's a bug in here. All right. When your hips come down, grab hold of your roller, lift the legs into tabletop, arms out from our shoulders. Good. Take the knees over to one side, anchoring the shoulders, gently squeezing and lifting back up on your exhale. And then taking it over to the other side, shoulders anchored, little squeeze as we exhale it back. And keep going side to side. And if you want, you can straighten your legs when you come to the top and do it that way, right? A little squeeze to lift that roller back up. And then maybe let's make a little circle, so a little corkscrew. So you take the legs over to one side, bring the legs away and around to the other side and back to the top. And knees can be bent for this, right? And then reversing direction, alternating our circles, just a little squeeze as we exhale and circle it back to the top. Circle doesn't have to be that big, whatever feels right for you. And the next time we come to the top of our circle, take hold of your roller, bend your knees, put your roller on top of the knees like that. And pressing into the roller as we inhale, we're going to press into the roller, press our legs into the roller and our hands, and then relax as we inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, relax. So kind of curling the tailbone, lifting the tailbone up a little bit on our exhale. Inhale, relax. Really use this as a time to breathe, right? Really breathing fully. All right. And then when you relax your hips, grab hold of the roller on the ends. What we're going to do is focus on really pressing your spine into the mat. So this will be our start position with the roller resting on top of our knees or wherever, our shins. And then we're going to open, extending the legs, reaching that roller back, pressing our spine into the ground and close, right? So you might inhale as you open, exhale, close, bring the roller back to the top of the legs. Inhale, open, press into the ground, exhale, close. Inhale, open, or breathe however you want, right? But breathe. And then we're going to add to that. So we're going to open on the inhale, open the legs apart, bring them back together, and close. Just adding that piece. So you're going to open as you reach out, legs straddle, back together, and close. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Open. Inhale, close. Exhale, fold. And just rest your body. Maybe give it a little rock around here. Then grabbing the roller with our feet on the mat, on the ground, We're going to inhale, lift the head and shoulders, press into the roller, straighten your legs, and roll up. Pressing into the roller helps, right? And coming to the top, sitting, we'll just put the roller underneath the knee. We'll do the little hip opening or diamond leg stretch with the roller. So the feet are together, legs are resting here, knees open, lift the sits bones and stretch forward and relax. Relax your legs open and relax your hips. Great stretch for the sacrum. All right, and then lifting up. Of course, we don't stay in our stretches too long. So the roller's under the knees with the legs straight. Bring your belly to your thighs. See if you can reach your feet and just pull yourself into a little back stretch. And it gets into the back and shoulders. And then coming up with the roller underneath our ankle or calves, wherever you're comfortable. Knees might need to be a little bent here to start with, or maybe all the time that you're in the stretch, because it's harder to stretch with the legs up, right? So just relaxing over the legs. Might bend and straighten the knees. Right, and then go ahead and come up to sitting, and I'm just going to sweep my body down. Okay, reach the arms forward, inhaling as we exhale, curling the tailbone under, pulling the roller towards us, just coming back to our shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, reach and straighten the legs to roll back up. You might want to take a little stretch in between. Nice deep breath and roll back. Inhaling, exhaling, reach and roll back up. You want to make it a little more challenging. We bring one leg up here and roll back. And back up. Inhaling and back. Inhaling and exhaling up. My socks are slippery. I have to wear them though. Inhale, exhale, back. Inhale, exhale, up. Again, you can stretch in between, do whatever feels right for you. Just taking a few rollbacks here, right? And rolling up. And if you are lifting one leg and then the other, make sure you're even on both sides when you come up and when you finish. And then we're going to roll onto our back here with our legs on the roller. Good. And then you might cross your arms on your body if you want, or leave them by your side. Reach them to the ceiling, whatever you like to do. So inhale, exhale, pressing our legs into the roller. We lift our backside off of the ground, float it up. Inhale, exhale, float it back down. Again, inhale, exhale, float up. Inhale, exhale, float down. And then pull the roller in with your feet. So your feet are on it, your knees are bent. And let's grab it with our feet, move it forward and back. So grasping with your toes and your heel. You're going to feel all your leg and lower leg and feet muscles engage, and just try to pull it forward and back like that. Bird on a perch, right? Really grab with your feet. And then stop and slap the roller. So it feels good. Shake it out. All right. And then you can either have your feet on the mat if you want put your feet here instead of on the roller. Inhale, exhale, peel off the ground into a bridge. And at the top of our bridge, at the top of your bridge, you're going to move that roller with your feet. But if your feet are on the ground here in a bridge, you're just going to do a little push-pull with your feet. Right? Push-pull your body, which is what I'm going to do right now. And breathe, because it's a lot harder on the roller, right? So take your pick. Good. And then stop the movement. Take an inhale and bridging back down on your exhale, one vertebra at a time. All right. And then open your knees apart and just let your knees relax. They're very stressed out. Your legs are very stressed out right now, okay? So your feet might be on the roller or on the ground. Let's see if you can just float your hips up a little bit off the ground. Take a couple breaths. And float them back down and relax. Yeah. And then with our feet on the roller, we're going to roll it away, pull it back, open the knees, roll it away, pull it back, open the knees. Yeah, just relax your hips. Nice and relaxed. All right, and then next time you bring the roller in, let's bring the roller in, reach for your feet, lift your head and shoulders, straighten the legs, and roll it. Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? Okay, take a stretch. This stretch here, and then we will bring ourselves around to sitting. We're gonna start with the left leg in front and the right leg folded back like that. And the reason I'm specifying right and left is because it'll make it easier for me to tell you what to do. Okay, so our arm on the roller, our hand on the roller. If you can't come into full mermaid, which I'm kind of in an awkward mermaid here, you can also just do that, right? I'm trying to do mermaid with this leg here. So here we go. All right, so we're going to sit with our spine nice and tall. Right, sit nice and tall. We're going to take our arm over to the roller and roll it away. Try to make sure your arms are at least shoulder width apart. Press and pull the roller back and open. Good. Inhale over. Exhale, roll it away. Inhaling as you press and pull it back. And exhale, open. Now, of course, we're going to add to that. Inhale over. And this time as we roll it away, we're going to stretch that back leg, our right leg back, straight back. And then bend it as we press and pull and open. Okay, inhale over, exhale, roll it, extend your right leg back. Bending it as you pull and lift and open. This time we're going to take it over, roll it out and extend that leg, and you're going to keep the leg straight. Really reach it back, pull the roller in as much as you can. So we're in back extension with that leg extended behind us, and roll it back out and pull it in. Really keep that leg reaching back, roll it out, pull it in as you reach. Now take the roller out as much as you need to so you can float your back leg up, that right leg up, bend the knee, your foot flexed, pull your right knee back as much as you can, touch that leg down and lift. So kind of like think of bringing your knee to the ground and lifting back up, right? Staying in some extension, like whatever amount of back extension we can, keep pulling the knee back and just move it up and down a little bit. Yeah. And breathe. And then hold it nice and still with your foot flexed, pulse to the back wall with that. Oh, with that foot. That right foot's going to sort of pulse to the back wall. So we're pulling our knee back even more. And then stop, let your leg relax, keep coming all the way up, back into our seated mermaid. Oh boy. Okay, taking the hand that's on the roller, that arm by the ear, make a little side stretch. Look under the arm, kind of turn looking up, and then back to side, rotate to point your chest down, let your arm float down to the leg, and reach out and lift up. Now we're going to extend this back leg out in front of us and hold it up. Take the other leg out, hold it up. Take your roller. We're going to lift it up over our head and walk on our butt forward. Little steps. Breathe. And then we're going to walk back. If you can keep your feet off the ground. All right, and then we're going to take the roller to the other side. Bring our legs around to the other side. Mermaid. And find our position. Again, you can extend this left leg out, hand on the roller, lift tall. Here, good. Inhaling over. Exhale, roll it away. Inhaling as we press and pull it back and open out. Good. Twisting our spine. Roll it out. Arms are at least as wide as shoulder width. And open. This time we'll add extending the leg. So we take it over. As we roll it away, we stretch that left leg back. Bend it and pull the roller in and open. And breathe. Stretch it back. Bend as you pull the roller in and open. Inhale over, exhale away, extend that leg. Keep it extending, reaching back as you pull the roller and lift up a little more and back out. Keep reaching the leg back, lift up. See how much back extension we get in this on this side. Right, lift up. And this time we're going to lift up and take the roller out as much as you need to lift your leg off the ground, bend the knee, flex the foot. So we're pulling that knee back. We're just going to kind of lower and lift the leg. So try to keep pulling the knee back. It wants to come forward and breathe. Maybe you can lift a little higher, or maybe you need to go out a little farther, right? And then hold, flexed foot. You're going to pulse backward, just pulling the knee back. Little pulses. Noticing how much work this is for your upper body, right? The whole body. Breathe. Good. And then let your leg relax. Keep pulling that roller in to come up and open out. Take this arm overhead. And then looking up under the arm, kind of opening. And back to side and rotate. Let your hand float down to your leg. Feel a little stretch in that right shoulder. Good. And then reach out, lifting up Coming up, we're going to bring this outside leg forward, and we're going to balance again one more time on our sits bones with our legs up. Pick up the roller, bring your legs together, and see if you can take it side to side. Little twist. Of course, you're counterbalancing with your arms in the roller, right? So just twist side to side. That's all. If your feet need to be on the ground, that's okay, but see if you can keep them up. And breathe. All right. And then go ahead and come up. Stretch out. Bring the roller to the side. We're going to come onto our all fours and move our spine. So if you can't be on your all fours, you can find another way to move your spine. But just start with a little cat-cow, hands on the roller. So rounding, kind of curling the tailbone under and rounding the back, and then letting the spine arch, lifting the chest. Great. Moving the spine here, lifting and curling under and rounding. And then we'll come to neutral. We'll extend our left leg straight with the toes on the ground. Reach the right arm out and lift arm and leg and reach. Feel like you're lifting up off the roller. Breathe. And back down. Stretch your right leg straight back, toes touching. Reaching our left arm out, we're going to lift and reach. Okay. And kind of feel like you're lifting up here. Breathe. And back down. And then left leg stretches back again. Going to turn and open that left hip a bit. Let your right toes kind of pivot back, reach your left arm out. And then lifting up, opening into half star, right? Which is same side, arm and leg. See if you can kind of lift up off the roller. And reaching arm and leg away from each other. We try to bring ourselves back to parallel before we come back down. And then stretching that right leg straight back. Let your hips open a bit. Reach your right arm out as you open into half star. And then reaching arm and leg away from each other. Come back, that balance place, and back down all the way. All right, put your elbows on the roller, your forearms. Pull the belly in, stretch one leg back, other leg back to come into plank, keeping the pelvis lifted because we're off the ground, so don't let it sink. And breathe. And then if you want a little more challenge, rock on your toes, just kind of forward and back, reach to your heels and then rock forward. Take a little rock there. Kind of tricky for me. I can't do with my one foot. And breathe. All right, knees back to the ground. Stretch back to your heels. And then we're going to come back up to our knees and bring your right foot forward. We're going to come into a different, it's not a lunge. So your left knee and hip are lined up and your right leg is like that. Pick up your roller. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that roller up over our head, right? Just holding it here. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. And back to center. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist the other way. And center, lifting tall. And twist again. And center, lifting tall. Twist again, the other direction. And back to center, lower the roller down where it was. You can tuck your back toes under and straighten your leg with your hands on the roller. So we're in a lunge. You can lift that back leg, but that back leg can be on the ground. And see if you can just sort of look forward here and you feel that stretch in the hip flexors. And then if your knee is up, go ahead and let it lower down and kind of sinking that hips a little deeper. You might bring both hands to the inside of your foot and actually maybe even come onto the roller with your forearms. If that's doable, any amount of lunge, any kind of lunge that works for you here. So we just want to get that hip flexor stretch, right? So you might have both hands inside. You might stay with one hand on either side of your foot. Yeah. Just breathing into that stretch. All right, and then we'll come back around, bring the knees under us. And we'll bring the, wait a minute, what did we just do? The right foot? Yeah, let's bring the left foot forward. Okay, other side. So that always making sure that the leg is in line with your hips. Legs are not in line with each other, right? Picking up the roller in this position. We're going to take it up over our head. Good. Inhale as we lift tall. Exhale, twist. And center. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Back to center as we lift. Exhale, twist. Good. One more time. Exhaling as we twist the other way. Yeah. Ah, it feels good. All right, taking it forward and back down. And you're going to tuck your right toes or your back leg toes into the ground to lift that leg up if you can. I'm going to need to leave my knee on the ground, and that's totally fine too. So starting with our chest reaching forward, right? Can look forward and just feel that stretch in the front of the hip flexors, psoas. Anytime your knee wants to come onto the ground, that's great. And if you want, you can also kind of come down onto the roller more with your arms inside your foot and go that way, or you can stay here, whatever feels good to you. Breathe into that stretch. This is a really good stretch to do because our psoas and our hip flexors get so tight doing Pilates as well as sitting or whatever, driving, all those things we do that tighten up the hip flexors. All right, and then we'll go ahead and bring that knee under us. And one more time, putting our forearms on the roller. Pull the belly in, stretch one leg back, other leg back. Good. Deep breath. Now, if you want extra challenge, you can take one leg off the ground, one foot off the ground, put it back, and then the other foot, put it back, kind of lift it up behind you. Okay. Or not. Good. And bringing our knees to the ground. We're going to stretch back to the heels. And come onto the belly. Push the roller in front of us. Arms on the roller, thumbs pointed up with the arms at least as wide as shoulders, and up the rollers up the arm, forearm, wherever you like it, not too hard, not too low, just up there somewhere. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears, shrug the shoulders down, and pull the roller in and out. Good. So shrug up, shrug down, pull the roller in, lift up, exhale back down. Kind of feel like you're initiating with the scapula, right? So they kind of go up a little bit as the roller goes away. They pull down as you pull the roller in. All right, and then we're going to pull the roller in a little bit or part way, because you probably don't want it in as far as you can. Float your left leg up and lower it. Float your right leg up and lower it. Float your left leg and your right arm and lower. Float your right leg and your left arm and lower. So adjusting the roller out farther or closer in, just do a few more times, opposite arm and leg. Slow swim. And breathe. The roller might be all the way out. That's okay. Just whatever works for you. And when you're even on both sides, just pull the roller in a little bit more and let it go back out. And then we can take our hands, our arms off the roller, come up and stretch back to our heels again. You might want your arms on the roller, you might not. Let me do this. So whatever feels comfortable, right? I didn't have time to do what I wanted to do, the rest that I wanted to do, but come up and for the little moment that we have left, we'll just sit on the roller and do a quick hip stretch or roll or whatever feels good to you, right? So maybe crossing one leg over the other, finding your sits bones on the roller, lifting the spine here. You can also move your head and shoulders around, whatever feels good, but lifting the spine tall, leaning forward a bit into that stretch, foot flexed. And then maybe coming to the side and rolling around a bit on that glute. I always have way more to plan to do than the actual time allows. Okay, and then the other side, we'll give that side a little stretch, crossing it over, lifting the spine. I'm just leaning forward a bit or whatever is good to you to get a stretch in that hip. And then maybe doing a little roll on that side, like crossed or not. Oh. The roller gets harder and harder, doesn't it? with time. Maybe they are getting harder. I don't know. All right. And then whenever you feel complete, or you can keep going, keep rolling around. Thanks for coming. We lost a few.